In the quiet sorrow outside the village, two sisters, Martha and Mary, wept. Their faces, etched with grief, told a story of profound loss. Every tear that fell seemed to deepen the shadows around them. But through the haze of their despair, a figure approached. It was Jesus. His gaze was full of compassion, yet held a strength that seemed to push back against the darkness. He spoke to Martha, his words a gentle balm on her wounded heart. And in that moment, amidst the overwhelming sadness, a tiny spark of hope flickered to life in her eyes. It was a fragile light, but it was there. Following Jesus, the sisters in a small, somber crowd made their way to the tomb. The air was thick with tension, heavy with unspoken questions and doubts. The tomb was sealed, a large, imposing stone blocking the entrance, a final, unyielding symbol of their loss. Jesus stood before it, his presence commanding a quiet authority. He gave a simple, powerful command. Roll the stone away. Murmurs rippled through the crowd. Faces were a mix of skepticism and disbelief. How could this be? Why disturb the final resting place? But Martha and Mary held their breath, their anxious hope warring with their grief. Slowly, painstakingly, the great stone was moved, groaning as it rolled aside. It revealed a gaping, dark entrance, a black void that seemed to swallow the light. The mystery of what lay within hung heavy in the air, a silent, chilling question. Jesus stood at the mouth of the open tomb. A soft, ethereal light seemed to emanate from him, pushing back the encroaching shadows. He lifted his face to the heavens, his voice clear and steady as he prayed. Then, turning his gaze back to the dark opening, he took a deep breath. In a voice that was both powerful and full of authority, a voice that seemed to echo not just in the rocky clearing, but in the very hearts of those present, a cadet out. Lazarus, come out. A profound, heart-stopping silence followed. The world seemed to hold its breath. Seconds stretched into an eternity. And then, from the deep darkness of the tomb, a shape began to stir. A figure, wrapped tightly in burial cloths, shuffled slowly, deliberately, out of the shadows and into the light. A collective gasp swept through the crowd, a wave of pure astonishment. Their skepticism melted away, replaced by wide-eyed, jaw-dropping awe. People turned to each other, their faces mirroring a shared miracle. But for Martha and Mary, this was more than a spectacle. This was everything. The sorrow that had been their constant companion vanished in an instant, replaced by a tidal wave of unbelievable joy. They rushed forward, their arms outstretched, and fell into the embrace of the brother they thought they had lost forever. Tears flowed again, but these were not tears of grief. They were tears of pure, unadulterated happiness. Above them, the clouds parted, and golden rays of sunlight streamed down, bathing the scene in a warm, heavenly glow. And watching over it all, Jesus stood with a gentle, knowing smile. It was a testament not just to the reunion of a family, but to the enduring power of hope and the ultimate triumph of life over death. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that explores the depths of faith and the power of miracles.